Midnight, June 25th, 2009. Michael Jackson stands on stage, smiling. "Good night, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow," he says. But tomorrow never comes. Hours later, paramedics are racing up the stairs of his LA mansion. His heart has stopped, his kids are screaming, and within minutes, the world will lose the king of pop. How could this happen so suddenly, so close to the greatest comeback of his life? To find out, we need to rewind 24 hours and relive the final day of Michael Jackson's life. It's the afternoon of June 24th, 2009. Michael Jackson comes down the stairs of his rented mansion in Los Angeles. His 3 children are waiting for him at the dining table. This is a rare, peaceful moment for the troubled star. Just weeks away, he's scheduled to perform 50 comeback concerts in London, an ambitious series called This Is It. The world is watching, and the pressure on Michael is immense. At lunch, his personal chef serves him seared ahi tuna and a fresh salad. Michael bows his head, joining his kids in saying grace. He smiles and thanks the chef politely. "Thank you. God bless you." It's a small thing, but in hindsight, it was his last blessing. It's a simple family meal, but unknowingly, it's their last one together. Despite the storm of stress in his life, Michael looks upbeat. He chats with Prince, Paris, and Blanket, savoring their time together. For a moment, he is not the king of pop under scrutiny. He's just a father enjoying lunch with his children. But beneath the calm, Michael has been battling demons. In recent weeks, he was often exhausted and anxious. At one low point, he even told his 12-year-old son over the phone, "They're gonna kill me." He felt hunted by the demands of fame and the weight of expectation. Today, however, he seems determined. He knows tonight's rehearsal is crucial. He needs to show everyone, including himself, that he can still do this. As the clock ticks toward evening, Michael prepares to leave for the Staples Center. He puts on a black military-style jacket, sunglasses, and his signature fedora. Outside, a black SUV is waiting to take him to rehearsal. Before he steps out, he turns to his children and promises, "I'll see you all later tonight." They have no idea this goodbye is more final than anyone can imagine. Under the bright lights of the Staples Center, Michael arrives for rehearsal that evening. The arena is empty save for his crew, dancers, and band. There's an electric buzz in the air. Everyone knows how important this night is. Michael steps onto the stage. For a moment, perhaps he feels the weight of all those empty seats that will soon be filled with fans. This is his chance to prove he's still got it. The music kicks in, and suddenly the quiet, gentle father from lunch transforms into the superstar. He bursts into dance during Thriller, nailing the iconic zombie-like choreography. His voice rings out as he sings, every note hitting the mark. Crew members exchange relieved smiles. Michael is in control. The timid, frail figure some saw a few weeks ago is gone. Now he's confident and alive on stage. Song after song, he pushes through the set list. He spins. He moonwalks. He belts out high notes. Michael is flying now. All the doubts, gone. One moment he's giving instructions to the band. The next he's pouring his soul into a ballad. By the time they reach Earth Song, the final rehearsal number, Michael is pouring every ounce of emotion into the performance. It's close to midnight, and he's still going strong. At around 12 a.m., the rehearsal wraps up with a climactic finish. Michael stands on stage breathing hard, a triumphant smile on his face. His dancers and crew applaud him. They know they've witnessed something special. Michael walks off stage and shares hugs and high fives. "Thank you," he says warmly to everyone around. "Great work today." He adds with a grin, "See you all tomorrow." The crew cheers, excited for what the next day will bring. Outside the arena, Michael climbs back into his SUV for the ride home. He's tired but energized by how well the rehearsal went. In the quiet of the ride home, he's already planning how to make the next one better. As the city lights flicker by, no one imagines that Michael Jackson has just performed for the very last time. Michael doesn't know it, but the show is already over. He won't step on stage again, and the night ahead will be his last. Michael arrives back home shortly after midnight. A few devoted fans are gathered by his gate even at this late hour. Despite his exhaustion, Michael rolls down the car window and gives them a small wave and smile. He has always loved his fans, and even now he wants to share a moment of gratitude. Then the gates close behind him. He enters his quiet mansion, thinking of nothing but getting some rest for tomorrow. Inside, his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, is waiting upstairs. It's not unusual. Dr. Murray has been spending nights at the house to monitor Michael's health. Michael heads straight to his bedroom. The excitement of the rehearsal is fading, replaced by bone-deep fatigue. He needs to sleep, but his insomnia has other plans. He tells Dr. Murray, "I just need to sleep now." The doctor knows the routine all too well. Around 1:30 a.m., Dr. Murray gives Michael a Valium pill to help calm his mind. Michael lies down in his luxurious bed, trying to relax, but after half an hour, he's still wide awake. So the doctor administers another sedative through an IV. Another hour passes. Michael's eyes are still open, staring at the ceiling. Frustration builds as the night wears on. By 3 a.m., he receives a third medication to try to knock him out. Still, nothing. The king of pop, exhausted as he is, that cannot fall asleep. Hour after hour, Michael Jackson, one of the most famous men alive, has now gone 9 hours without sleep. He's frantic, and he's breaking. By 5 a.m., he's been given more medication, yet his body refuses to give in to slumber. In the dim light of his bedroom, Michael grows desperate. The looming morning means another day of rehearsal, and he hasn't had a minute of rest. He pleads with Dr. Murray for what he calls his milk, his nickname for propofol, a powerful anesthetic that can induce sleep. Dr. Murray hesitates. He knows how dangerous this drug is outside a hospital. He had tried to avoid using it for the past couple nights. But Michael is begging now, saying he'll never be able to perform if he can't sleep. As the clock nears 11 a.m., after 9 excruciating hours of sleeplessness, Dr. Murray finally gives in. Murray prepares a dose of propofol in a syringe. The liquid is milky white, hence Michael's nickname for it. He inserts it into Michael's IV drip. Within minutes, Michael's eyes flutter and finally close. He drifts off into a deep sedation at last. For the first time all night, the house falls completely quiet. After 9 hours of begging, Michael finally sleeps. But the drug that knocks him out is also about to take him away. Dr. Murray breathes a sigh of relief as Michael finally appears to be sleeping peacefully. Around 11 a.m., after watching his patient for a short while, the doctor steps out of the room to use the bathroom. Michael is alone in his bedroom, eyes closed, chest gently rising and falling, but only for a moment. When Dr. Murray returns just a couple of minutes later, he freezes. Michael is lying unnaturally still. His chest isn't moving. His body is warm, but he's not breathing. Panic surges through the doctor. He calls out, tries to wake Michael. No response. Desperate, Dr. Murray begins CPR on the bed, pressing on Michael's chest with one hand. He frantically calls for help. "Michael, wake up!" But Michael's eyes stare blankly, half open. The worst fear is coming true. At 12:12 p.m., Dr. Murray grabs his phone and leaves a shaky message for Michael's personal assistant. "Come quick. Mr. Jackson had a bad reaction." He doesn't call 911. Not yet. Security guard Alberto Alvarez rushes upstairs and is met with a chaotic scene. Michael Jackson sprawled on the bed, motionless, and Dr. Murray desperately working to revive him. "He had a reaction! A bad reaction!" the doctor cries. Prince and Paris, Michael's eldest children, appear in the doorway and see their father lying there. Paris screams in terror. Prince's eyes go wide. The children are hurried out of the room, frightened and crying. Every second counts. Only now does Dr. Murray tell Alvarez to call 911. Alvarez fumbles with his phone and alerts emergency services. We have a gentleman here who is not breathing. He and another guard take turns pumping Michael's chest, trying to force life back into him. Paramedics race through Los Angeles traffic. By 12:27 p.m., an ambulance arrives at the mansion. They find Michael on the floor now, as the doctor and security had moved him, but there is no pulse. Paramedics work feverishly, administering oxygen and medications, trying to restart his heart. Normally, they would pronounce a patient dead on the scene after such efforts fail. But this isn't any patient, it's Michael Jackson. Dr. Murray insists they continue. Michael is rushed to the hospital, sirens blaring, fans and photographers already beginning to crowd behind the ambulance. Doctors at UCLA Medical Center try everything to save him. They pump his stomach, push epinephrine, even use a balloon pump to circulate his blood. For over an hour, the emergency room is a frenzy of medical activity. Outside, word is spreading that something is terribly wrong with Michael Jackson. Inside, the medical team sees that despite all efforts, there is still no sign of life. Finally, at 2:26 p.m. on June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson is officially pronounced dead. The comeback is canceled. The curtain has fallen, and the king of pop is gone. Michael Jackson's last day is a heartbreaking tale of talent and tragedy. In 24 hours, he went from the height of hope to an untimely end. It shows how even the most celebrated life can be overwhelmed by pressure and a single fateful choice. Yet in those final moments on stage, he proved his brilliance one last time. The world lost the man, but his legacy lives on, a lasting reminder of the fragility behind the fame.